afternoon. Welcome to the Inside Job Podcast, Healed Inside Out. This afternoon, I have Mr. Omar Wilson.
Pleasure.
Best known as the Black Sinatra. If y'all have not listened or heard of Omar, you better check him out. We're going to post his website and all of his social media so you guys can go check it out and listen to this brother. You a bad brother.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You a
Takes
bad
one to
brother.
know one.
Right on. So welcome.
Thank you. It's an honor, blessing, and a pleasure to be here, man. You know? And I want to tell everybody, make sure you guys support this young lady in the movement, because there's nothing like people supporting your love for what you do and your dream and helping you succeed. So thank you and salute to you.
Thank you. Appreciate that. So you just not too long ago was here in Denver, right? You did the national anthem.
Yeah, I was honored and blessed to sing the national anthem at the Denver Nuggets.
Go
Miami
Nugs.
Heat. Yeah, go Nuggets. Go Nuggets. Definitely want them to take it all the way so I can come back and do it again.
Yeah, hello.
They doing their thing too as well. But yeah, man, shout out to the powers that be at Ball Arena and everybody that was influential in me getting that opportunity. It was a capacity crowd, 19,000 in attendance, as well as, people viewing it all over the world. So it was one of those moments in time, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to my label BSC for making it happen.
Yeah, and you didn't disappoint.
I appreciate it.
Did not disappoint.
And it's crazy because when I first landed, I guess they were speaking about somebody else that had did the national anthem prior to me, and didn't do it as well. And I was like, we just want to make sure. I was like, well, just in case I wasn't nervous.
Right. They just had to make sure. Well,
appreciate that.
They should have known. I'm not sure who set that up, but they should have known who they was bringing in, that it wasn't going to be the same.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. So listen, we got a lot to cover. The Black Sinatra. Let's start there. How did you get that name?
The Black Sinatra was a name given to Sam Cooke by Frank Sinatra, back in their era. And it was a documentary movie, I think it was on Netflix, and it was that movie when Muhammad Ali and Sam Cooke, they went to, I forgot where they went, but they spoke about it in that documentary about him being indoctrinated as the Black Sinatra. And when I heard that name, it just spoke to who I am as a person. I mean, I've always kind of had that gangsta and a gentleman vibe to me.
Okay.
And it not only fit me, it spoke to me, but of course I want to represent and pay homage to one of the greatest soul voices ever. So it just clicked and it stuck.
Yeah.
So I'm thankful to be able to represent a name that was attached to one of the greatest singers, vocalists to ever do it.
And it's something about when you represent something for someone else and you do it so well, that's a compliment to them as well.
Agreed.
Right? You don't want someone representing you and they like garbage.
Or just lackadaisical with it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. It's almost as if you are, standing for them too. Right, so their name is on the line just as much as yours is, and it seems that you carry that.
Definitely. Well, I heard a quote that said, "When you pay homage to the greats, they allow you their power." You know what I mean? So that I believe that is definitely what it is, and I'm honored that, especially for a lot of the songs that I was blessed to sing, that there's not a lot of people on this planet that can even begin to try to accomplish that. And once again, I want to shout out my big homie Lou Humphreys, BSC Recordings, because he was definitely influential in making sure that these records were able to be heard by a new generation again. And how important it was for me to do it because God gave me this voice.
Yes, amen. Well, thank you, Lou. He has a good eye and a good ear for great talent. I will say that. And at another time and opportunity, we'll have an opportunity to speak with Lou, and he could share a little bit more about how he found you and what sold him on it. So we all, obviously we know a lot about who you are musically and the beautiful voice that you have. How did this all start for you? Like,
Wow.
when did you start singing? And let's talk about that a little bit.
I
From the
mean,
bottom to the top.
conception, I was born 6 years old. Actually, they wanted to like give me like Ritalin because I was ADHD, real busy as they call it back then.
Yeah. Oh, he busy.
No, he's a good kid, but he busy.
So you was bad a little bit.
I mean, not bad meaning bad, but bad meaning
good. Okay.
So after going to a gambit of doctors, my mom was like, you know what? Instead of putting him on some medication, she put me in church.
Ooh,
So
come
6
on.
years old, I entered the choir.
Okay.
By the time I turned 7, I sung my first solo.
Okay.
And that's when I caught the bug, man. That's when it was like, okay, I'm holding this microphone, I'm feeling this energy. I remember the first time I sung the solo by myself, people started crying. And I thought I did something wrong. And then my mom had to let me know that when inspiration hits you, that's the body just can't do anything but feel it. So from 7 years old, it's been me. You know what I mean? So I guess I was born, was able to walk, started singing. I was in the choir from 7 to 14. At about 15, I started kind of running the streets and doing some stuff I shouldn't have been doing. So that's where it took a different turn from me.
Okay.
But that was the original conception. And then at 16, a couple of my cousins had a rap group, and I was inspired by them. So I started writing rap lyrics, and that was my path for a while. I was an MC.
Okay.
And then I'm cliff noting this now. And then to make a long story short, after a couple years working with the rap group, I started writing hooks over rap songs, which evolved into me writing full R&B songs over rap beats. And then my group let me sing one of my songs during one of our rap sets, and it just started taking prevalence over the rap. And then the group came to me one day and was like, you know what? We're going to disband, and you need to sing. And I was like, nah, man, I'm just doing the hooks because we didn't have anybody to do them.
Okay.
And it was evident to them, like, you have something that's unique, and I think we need to cultivate it.
Yes.
So that was kind of the beginning, and it was always one of the things that allows me and has allowed me to never give up or be beaten, because it was a 4-man group, and those 3 brothers gave up their dream to see mine flourish.
Ooh.
So at times when, it was my darkest days, I always remember those components to make sure that I never stop.
So you write?
I do.
Okay.
I mean, at that time, I wrote all my music with my first album, Living Legend. There's like 2 or 3 records that were written by some songwriters. I think one of them was Keith Sweat's Camp on a song called 96. But the majority of the records on my first album, I wrote them.
Okay. Yeah. We gonna keep going on with the music, but I want to take a step back and let's talk about some of those dark days. When I talked to Lou, and I said, what's Omar's story? And he said, this man has been to Vietnam and back.
Twice.
What did he mean? Twice. Okay, if I forgot that part.
Yeah.
What did he mean by that? What is it that you have actually? What is that you've gone through? What do those dark days look like?
Man, it's just the adversity that it takes to become legendary. The adversity that it takes to become an individual.
Facts. By itself.
The adversity that it takes to find out what your superpower is, what makes you unique and special. Because on this planet, I believe everybody comes out powerful and special. Like you're born. The fact that you made it here,
yes,
you're special. So that was always my objective, period. I mean, in the beginning, it never really was about trying to be a star. I had my first child when I was 17, turning 18.
Okay.
So from that point on, I was like, how can I give my daughter the best financial unfair advantage without hurting nobody else? So, and God gave me this voice.
Okay.
And that's why I said, you know what? I'm just going to go on this journey, and God willing, this will be the thing that allows me to feed my family the way that I always want to.
Yeah.
And even now, that's part of what makes me different from a lot of artists.
Okay.
Because, you want to be an artist, you want to be a star, you want to be A-list, you want to be the best. For me, it was survival.
Ooh.
And it just
That's
happened to be that my voice was the tool.
Yes.
If it was my hands or something else,
Yeah.
it would have been the same intensity. It's just that God gave me that. I was already in that path, so I said, let me run with this.
Okay.
So even to this day, what allows me a certain different perception on this whole music industry wanting to be a star thing is that it came from the love of my family and just want to see them right, not people screaming my name and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All
And
that
that
comes
makes
along with it.
that's different. Right? That makes a difference because if you're out there doing it just for the numbers and just for the the clout and all of that,
Right.
you're gonna live your life differently versus if you were doing it because it's survivors. You're doing it for your family.
Correct.
You're doing it to live.
Correct.
And I can imagine a passion, right? That just runs differently. So some of the
Cut deep.
adversity then, did some of that adversity come inside the music industry?
Man, inside the music industry, outside the music industry, I mean, it's, I come from Norwalk, Connecticut, which is not like a very big place.
Okay.
There's not a lot of stars there. It's different if you say I'm from LA, I'm from Atlanta
Yeah.
or New York, where you have physically seen someone from your block down the street, the next borough, make it to the point,
Yes.
to the highest heights. Where I'm from, it's still a state where there's an immense amount of talent, but it's such a competition. Everybody wants to be the best, the
Yeah.
first, the one who did it. With me, like I said, it was about survival. So I never even had that in my scape of understanding. It was wanting to do the best, wanting to inspire people, and being financially free. Now, that I've been on this long journey, I understand a lot of the other intricacies of it. But in the beginning, that's all it was, is going on the journey.
Okay, so the competition inside of this is a little interesting, and I would like for you to touch on this a little bit. When you talk about the competition within the industry, talk about that. Break that down a little bit.
I mean, no one wants to get knocked off their totem pole. I understand that. But I think that because the music industry is big but small, it's like basketball, you know what I mean? There's millions of people, but only 300, 400 people become NBA stars.
Okay.
So it's birthed from competition, which is what creates greatness. But I think at a certain point, especially for individuals that have reached the status that everybody wants to get to, it needs to be some type of camaraderie. Especially for individuals like myself that you see are trying to pay homage
Yes.
to the culture, are doing everything they can to push it forward, and are out here making sure that they inspire people to know they could be great as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just a different perspective I've always had on it.
Yeah. So now, do you see and do you experience a lot of the competition from a negative perspective? Is the competition so fierce that people are, trying to knock you down or don't want to help you up? What does that look like
I
for
think
you?
both.
Both?
Knock you down, I just don't want to help you up.
Yeah.
I mean, I never thought that, on the highest levels, that it would be anything other than camaraderie because of how hard it is just to make it.
Just to make it, yes.
But now that I'm in the midst of the storm, I'm seeing that whether you're here for 2 days or 30 years, no one really wants to help each other.
That's so unfortunate.
It's survival of the fittest. You know what I mean? And it's the dirtiest game on the planet, man. As
Yeah.
much as it's one of the best jobs to ever be blessed with.
Yes.
You
Yeah, and you can imagine. I mean, with the talent that you have, if I was in the industry, I'm gonna probably want you to come up on with me so you can help me look just as good. Help me look good too. I'm looking good already,
Right.
but
I agree.
but you would help me. You would help the next person. nobody is really great by themselves.
Nobody's really great by themselves. It takes a team.
It does. And so I'm thinking that people would be more willing to connect and collaborate with you, to just, for we all can be great. Right. This isn't just about a one person, a one man show.
Right.
And even when you think about it, as I think about it, it isn't about a one man show. When you even think about the big wigs, the $30 million people, they got a team too.
Of course.
They're not doing this by themselves.
Team, big budget.
Yeah.
I mean, Michael Jordan wouldn't have been Michael Jordan without his team.
Yeah.
He couldn't have played all positions as great as he was and is to this day.
Right. And somebody helped them.
And somebody helped them.
Yeah.
No one helped me.
See, we got
God helped me. I helped me.
You know what?
You know what I mean?
With that statement, honestly, that's what we need is God. However, I mean that's just thinking it from that perspective. But we do need hands in the pot as well. And God sends us.
I mean, now that I said that, in the beginning, like I had a independent company called Noble Records.
Okay.
And I did have a team at that point, and it was a group of individuals that just wanted to see me make it. So I ain't gonna say I've never had help.
Okay.
Once that situation disbanded and I started to climb the ladder of this success more, that's when the adversity started getting more difficult. It's almost like when someone's at a certain level and they know you can get there.
Yeah.
If they're not a king in their own right or a queen in their own right, it almost becomes insecurity.
Ooh.
Even though no one can knock you off your pedestal, no one can take what God has for you.
Facts.
So that's why it was baffling to me at the beginning. Like, wait a minute, you have everything that I'm working hard to acquire.
Yes.
So why are you disgruntled?
Yes.
And don't you understand that the blessings come from God anyway? It's not our voice, talent is not ours.
Yes. You better say that.
So how are you going to corral it and think that you're the only one that deserves to have some level of help?
As if.
So now that I have this perspective and I realize it's dog eat dog, people look you straight in the face and lie straight to your eyes. And you just got to do what you need to do to understand that, not let that worry you, bother you, or mess with your focus, and do what you got to do to be the best you can be.
Yeah.
And find the individuals like yourself that can see that spark, that can see that greatness, that can see that light, and you can see it in me because it's in you.
Yes.
So for all the other individuals, all the other podcasts or whatever that chose to not interview me for whatever reason, that's on them.
Yeah.
Because this will be the segue to my greatness.
You missed out.
Thank you in advance. You know?
Yeah, I'm gonna rock with you all the way to the top.
And I'm gonna make you proud all the way to the top. You know what I mean? Like those people that say, I was rocking with him now, a year from now, he walk right by you. Nah.
Yeah.
I was the one left for dead. I know what it feels like to be backstabbed, front stabbed. You name it, it's happened to me. So I will never ever treat somebody the way I was treated.
Wow.
And that was, it was a quote I said, it's like God put it on my heart, and I said to my cousin, it's like a couple days ago. He told me, God said, try not to treat people the way you was treated. And that's not easy. And
it's not. It's not. Because when we think about, when people are disrespectful, you don't want to, it's not right to give them back what they gave you, but you want to. You want to. Yep. Who wants to be treated wrong and then just walk away like, oh, okay, right. You're bad, that's hard to do. I get that we should do that, but that is hard to do. Well, I refuse to be treated wrong. So I figured out the way to do it without jeopardizing my energy, my situation, my legacy, was to just keep moving and to work harder than them and to be more efficient and to do everything on this planet to prove that what they were or weren't saying about me, they were wrong. Yeah. So I prove myself right. I prove you right. That part. And I have to and then they're gonna have to get in line and say, you know what? Yeah.
But if they are a man or woman enough to do that,
Yeah.
I was wrong.
Yeah.
And now I want to be a part of what I see Omar Wilson doing, which is going straight to the top.
Yes, absolutely. So talk to me a little bit about how you handle that type of adversity. So I know you're in the gym. We all know he in the gym.
A couple days a week.
We see them
Only
good
days
mornings.
that end in Y. I'm in the gym.
So clearly, I know that that's one of the ways that you kind of deal with this adversity.
Saved my life.
Yeah. And what else do you do?
I mean, prayer first. You know.
Facts.
What I mean?
Come on, I was waiting for that.
That's first and foremost.
Yeah.
I don't care how many weights you lift.
Yes.
If you ain't got a connection with the Grand Master,
You better say
Supreme, which is God, you might as well forget it.
You better say it.
You know what I mean? So a lot of praise, crazy, because this lady asked me yesterday, she was like, your skin look, what do you do? I said, I pray a lot, drink water, and be 100% at all times.
Yes.
There's no fake, no fraud.
Yes.
It's all real, ain't no plastic. I said in one of my other interviews, I said, he's like, what is your objective? I said, to be real in a world full of plastic.
And there's a whole bunch of that.
You know what
right?
I mean?
Yeah. And you know what? So, I mean, this is the Inside Job podcast,
That's
right?
That's right.
So it is an inside job, right? When you have a good character, when you live in righteous, and when you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you look good. You know, your face is clear.
That's right.
You're healthy. You're doing things. That's not to knock people who have, maybe some things that have come down the pipeline just genetically, and they just, can't do what you do to get the healthy. But you can still have the character. You can still have the heart. You can still have, live righteous.
That's right.
Doesn't.
And I think like this game will try to turn you into a maniac and a vigilante and someone that says, you know what, it's just me and that's it. And that's the fine line as well, because if I did not keep my balance, I wouldn't even be able to have an interview like this right now.
Yeah.
Because I was in a space for a minute where I was like, the world against me, everybody's about foolishness.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to run over the world.
Yeah.
But then your energy only stays in a certain place. You're not able to vibrate and receive.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? So I had to understand that, like I said, I told people I wanted to be an astronaut. So, of course, 98% of people are going to be like, man, stop playing. Until they see you come back with that flag with that moon dust on it.
Yeah.
So instead of trying to convince people, I just work harder than them. And like you said, as far as the gym is concerned, man, there would be times where I went to the gym and didn't even work out. Just sat there and contemplated why everything was going wrong.
Oh, wow, really?
And the one thing I will say about the gym is kind of like college. It's all good energy. It's all high vibration. Whether you trying to be an Olympiad, heavy weightlifter, or you just trying to keep heart healthy. It's all positive vibrations. Someone's always saying hi.
Yeah.
When they ain't see you, they miss you. So that was my solitude. That was the way I was able to deal with going back into the music industry and dealing with all of the foolishness that we still deal with right now, but it don't matter because, survival of the fittest, and as you can see, I'm fit. So now it's kind of, it's like Navy SEAL training, man.
Yeah.
Even though it hurts, you got to just take it like this is the thing that's going to galvanize me and allow me to be unstoppable.
Yes.
And it solidifies my legacy forever.
And you know what? And since we're in the society now where mental health is such a huge thing right now, it helps with your mental health too.
Oh, it's everything.
Yeah.
Because you know what? It's okay to say I don't feel great every day.
Facts. It's okay.
You know what I mean? It's okay to fall and rise. I mean, I've been on this roller coaster my whole life. I started at 17. You know what I mean? I'm almost 18 now. So it's been a couple years.
Go ahead and put that out there. Yeah. We were talking earlier, and I would have to say that it started sooner than 17 for you, because we talked about how even as a young child, you had to deal with some form of adversity, somebody not liking you, somebody not, feeling you and whatnot. So it's been.
And not just say that. Even while I was born deaf in one ear. This ear was 20%. My right leg was turned in. They had to break my legs, put a bar on them. Maybe that's why I became so energetic. Because once I was able to move,
Yeah.
I was like, I like this. I'm never stopping.
I ain't laughing at you, but
No, it's part of the story.
Yeah. You like, dang.
Like, wait a minute, all right. Now it's on. So now that I think about it, it's been adversity from then.
Oh my goodness. So just destined to be great. I mean, because you come out and I mean, you're here on this podcast and we're focusing on you, but I can say that has been, I can understand it because it has been that way for me from birth. So, and people like us peculiar people, we're great.
We're great.
Right? There's so much adversity that we have to overcome and overstep and, have to deal with so much, foolishness. We can't help but be great.
Because think about it. That's what it's like heavy lifting. The more you got to lift, the stronger you're going to become. Even though when you look at the way, you're like, I gotta pick that up.
Right. Yeah.
But the more you pick it up, the easier it becomes to work with. Even though when people see it, they see it as almost impossible.
Yes.
But I mean, think about it. Navy SEALs, they think it's impossible. Astronauts, anybody that having your own podcast, starting your own company.
Yes.
There's so much fear in it. But what you're gonna either have fear or regrets. Which one you want?
Ooh, come on, because you got to choose one.
You got to choose one, and there's fear in both. There's fear in jumping into the pool of destiny and faith. There's fear at sitting on the edge, kicking your feet in it, watching the ripples. So, like I said, for me, I know what it felt like to be constrained from a kid. So it's always been about doing and about the couple people that dare to believe in me through this long journey and making sure that I give them the just due of fighting for me. Because through these years, through the ups and the downs, things going good and bad, the people like yourself that's been here for a long time, they got the ridicule too. Yo, what's up with Omar, man? How you doing? He's still doing the music? I don't know, man. He been doing it for a while. So it's like they got beat up for believing in me.
Oh, wow.
But now,
they
don't even want to talk to him. And it's crazy because I know when I meet a hater or somebody that has love for me. Because before, the haters would love to approach me, be like, you still doing the music? What's going on, man? Hoping I'll be like, nah, man. Got too hard, man. I couldn't. Now, they you ain't got to ask. So,
and not.
So now it's like, dang, man, But at the end of the day, I'm no different than nobody else. The only difference is I chose to not give up, and I will never. I chose to find what made me special and then surround myself with special people that want to see me flourish.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
And that's what I will continue to do, man. And once again, thank you to the Inside Job Podcast.
Amen.
For doing what a lot of people could have been did for Omar Wilson.
Yeah.
But maybe seeing is believing. And maybe they need to see this to understand.
Yeah.
Don't wait until it's too late.
Don't wait until it's too late. Again, when we were talking, we share a lot of similarities. This podcast world is a dog-eat-dog world too. Not everybody wants to see you be successful. If there is a little glimpse that if they give you a little bit of what they have or had that raised their success, they don't want to give it.
But see, what I don't understand is don't you understand that will reciprocate back to you? And the only reason that someone will want not to give it is because they know what it feels like to have it. But that's corny too. like, come on. Come on.
Right. And there's enough space in here for all of us.
There's enough space for and at the end of the day, the podcast thing is, okay, followers want to get bread, gain notoriety, but it's to help people.
It's to inspire. Help. You better say
people
that.
People want to listen, they want to talk. Like you just said, we didn't know how similar our lives were, even though they're different components, but similar trajectory until we have a conversation.
Yeah, that's right.
And there are
That's
so
right.
many people out there that just need to hear it to be like,
Yes.
all right, damn, I'm not alone. It ain't just me. I ain't no
Yes.
weirdo. Let me just go do it now.
Yes, yes, that's correct.
It's
You're
gonna
absolutely
it's
correct.
gonna be difficult. They're gonna laugh. It's gonna be adversity. They're gonna not believe. That's a part of it.
That's right.
Do not take that as this is not for me. That lets you know it is. Go on the journey, or you will wish you did.
Write that down.
Go on the journey, or you will wish you did.
Yeah, yeah. Wow.
Especially when you see individuals like us that are doing it. And you're like,
Yes.
wait a minute, but he just like me, 2 arm, 2 leg. Yes, but
Yeah, yeah.
I choose to be great. And that's what we're put here for.
Yeah. And then, also what people I think see is that, like you said, people expect you to fail.
Oh,
Those that are 30 million already, they see you great. They see you great. That there's a fear there. That fear is still there for them. That you have the potential to exceed.
okay.
And don't nobody, not everyone wants that, right? So you can understand it. It don't make it right.
No, don't make it right.
It don't make it right, but you can understand why some people are just like, nah, I ain't rocking with him because he's about to blow me out the water. I'm gonna look bad.
Yeah, but see, I understood that until it's like, yeah, but you got $30-40 million. I'm on my way to make my first.
Yeah.
And you don't want to see me make one
Yeah.
because you know what it feels like. That has to be hell in itself.
And
like I said, all I want to do is see people around me happy. I mean, you
Yeah.
can't party by yourself, and if you do, it don't mean nothing.
Yeah. Did you look weird?
Felt a little bit crazy.
Pass
Yeah,
this.
2 bottles and nobody to pour it to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like at the end of the day, man, everything we have comes from someone that gave it. That's why they call it a gift.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's your job to home it, make it the best that it is, and then let the world feed off of it, man. Because people need it.
People need it.
And once again, I got into this for survival, not for people to scream my name. Now I know that's part of a prerequisite, and I don't mind it happening because that makes the brands want to give you big money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at the end
Yeah.
of the day, it was about seeing people survive. It was about giving somebody something to believe in. And that's it.
Yeah. So then now what Omar is doing, let's talk a little bit about that. What's coming up? What
coming
because
up,
I know
coming
the Booze Fest.
Yeah, Booze Con Fest. That's next month. And what is it, Big Homie? Talk to me, Big Homie. June 9th, 8th and 9th, or 9th and 10th? June 8th and 9th. That's the Booze Con Fest. Omar Wilson will be performing live. Make sure y'all get y'all tickets now because it's going to be a spectacular event. There's a lot of other amazing artists that's going to be on the bill. Y'all come out there, have a good time. I think it's got over, 300 vendors that's going to be there. So whether it's for food, clothing, jewelry, what have you, come out, have a good time. Yo, that's what they doing? Oh, they doing twerking contest. So ladies, they got that thing on the back of them. You know what I mean?
Them tickets about to sell out now.
If you got the thighs and the eyes, come on through. You know what I'm saying? Shake a little bit for Omar Wilson. I ain't mad. I need it.
God. And where's that at?
That is in Utica, Mississippi. Oh, we're going to the MISSIPPI. Utica, Mississippi. What's happening, man? It was my first time down there. I look forward to coming down and sharing some love and good energy with y'all.
Okay, and then what else? What's up?
We've got a gambit of shows coming up. You could definitely check my website, owilson.com, or frequent my Instagram, Omar Wilson 1. Let's see, Twitter is Omar Wilson, and Facebook. And then my new TikTok is Omar Wilson King. Please follow me on that because I'm trying to get to that 1,000 followers so I can go live, y'all. I need that. I need to go live, man. But, also, anybody, if there's anybody out there that knows a little bit about Instagram too, man, they just shut my Instagram live down. So there's any Instagram gurus or sleuths out there, holla at your boy, man. Let me know what I need to do to fix my stuff. You know what I mean? But Facebook, what's happening? I know I need to be doing Facebook Live even more. So, love and light Facebook. I appreciate y'all, man. I apologize if I haven't responded to a lot of the comments. It's been crazy. I will get to everybody. I love y'all and thank y'all for the support.
Yeah, right on. That's awesome. I'm glad that you ran all that down. I'm gonna need someone to dictate all that.
This is where the ADHD works good.
I was trying to write it down. I was like, you know what?
We're like, I talk fast and I forget it fast. So you know what I mean?
That's all right.
Get it while it's hot.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So, well, I'm gonna be there. I will support you. I'll be there.
I'll be the guy in the front with the small V-neck on.
But make sure you have a V-neck on.
Okay, maybe.
Because you're not short of taking that off.
Mississippi's hot. So, and I got to do what the ladies want. My job is to accommodate y'all and make it easier for the brothers to do they one too.
Yeah, what songs are you going to be?
I think I'm doing like a half an hour set, so you'll hear some Secret Garden. You'll hear some Change Gonna Come. You might hear a little Bobby Womack. You might do some Teddy P. It's going to be a gambit of surprises, man. Oh, yeah, and shout out to my new album, Omar Wilson Sings the Classics, where I am singing renditions of some of the most legendary voices on the planet. I'm talking about David Ruffin, Teddy Pendergrass, Bobby Womack, Donny Hathaway, Sam Cooke, James Brown. I said Teddy P,
Said it.
David Ruffin, Eddie Levert. And just to touch on that album, like we were speaking about earlier, I believe Omar Wilson Sings the Classics album is something new under the sun, something that has never been done by any vocalist ever. I repeat, no vocalist on this planet has taken all of those brothers, did solid renditions of them, put them on one album, and gave it to the world for them to decipher and debate.
And ate it up. You did your whole entire thing with with on that album. That's I think I was sharing with with Lou. That's how I became to know who you were was the Secret Garden rendition. And yeah, it just ain't been the same since. So thank you very much for
Man, shout out to all the Secret Garden supporters. Yeah. And just to set the record straight right here, again, never ever did I want to or did BSC want to try to supersede the original juggernaut that is Secret Garden. It was all about paying homage to the greats and introducing R&B to a new generation that needs to hear it and to feel it and to get those goosebumps and to feel what it feels like to be intoxicated by a song, by music. So we wanted to make sure that we pay homage on the highest level. Now, there's still been a lot of controversy between which one's this, which one's better. I thank you and everybody that has, I think we have maybe 11, 12 million now on my rendition of Secret Garden. And I just want to bring the communities together. You know what I mean? So
let's do it.
And stop the foolishness, man. It's not about who's better. It's about paying homage and showing love to these artists that need it, that deserve it, and that went through so much in their era just to make sure that the artists now can eat as big as they eating. You know what I mean? So my job is to be, our jobs are to be the historians of R&B soul and make sure that everybody gets the same feeling that we got when we first heard Teddy Pendergrass or Sam Cooke or James Brown or David Ruffin. And just to reestablish that education of how important soul music is.
Yeah. And I'm glad that you mentioned that, because I can imagine, especially in times today, you're singing all of these classics in a world where people are probably thinking that you're trying to supersede them or you're trying to be better than the originals. And I think it was Lou who said, it's not about being better than that person, because you can never outdo, an original legend.
Correct.
You can't. You can come in, and I think that you honestly bring your own flavor to it. So it's not even. It's the same lyrics. But when I listened to, let's say, Secret Gordon, and then your rendition versus the original rendition, and then everybody else is in between, it's different. It brought something different because Secret Gordon, that's a classic.
Yes. and if done wrong, that was the other part. I was having so much adversity, back to that, in the field, getting on stages, promoters acting like they didn't know who I was, just adversity. This person didn't want me on stage with them, just the foolishness. That I said, let me do something that's going to either make or break my career. So finally, once and for all, people cannot hide me. And then once we accomplished Secret Garden, it kind of just naturally turned into, let's just do this record, let's do that record that nobody can do. And then it became an album. And then we thought we had it wrapped up, and Lou wanted like 3 or 4 more records, other records, just to solidify that this album is Grammy potential.
Yeah, it is.
And I should already got a Grammy.
Right.
Well, Secret Garden should have. I'm putting that out there too. But once again, like I said, sometimes you got to be with the certain crowd to get the certain recognition.
Yeah. Which is so unfortunate because the gift already speaks for itself, right? But, I would say to you, and you're already here, but just stay encouraged and stay pushing and stay doing it because your flowers are coming.
Man.
Your flowers are coming. They're already here, right? And I understand that there's another level of it, but man, I can't imagine how.
Man, I'm about to go ahead. I'm just sitting there contemplate as you're saying, because Lou always he says that, and sometimes even I'm like, I just don't understand sometimes the level of adversity. Like, do these individuals know how accomplished I'm going to become?
Right.
Do they see my future?
Yeah.
Because it is like what else I got to do to finally make this go away? But this is what I have to do.
Yeah.
More awareness, more individuals like yourself.
Yes.
And like you said, the foolishness is already just about over.
Okay.
A couple more sprinkles out there. But we're going to get rid of them too.
Well, we got
Mississippi. Can't stop me.
We got Mississippi coming up.
That's right.
We got
some shows in Atlanta coming up. We're going to do LA. We're going to be everywhere from Tanzania to Australia. You know what I mean? All over the world. All over the world this year. It was just getting the perspective in order, making sure the promoters are confident in booking Omar Wilson, and then we're gonna do the rest.
Yeah. You know what? It just seems like I've been baffled speaking with you and Lou this whole time today because it just seems, you're so talented. How could it just be that, they don't want to see you, they didn't see you?
I did everything, man. I'm a 3-time Apollo winner. In the 2000s, that was a big showcase time in the tri-state area of New York City. I've won every award you could think of as an independent artist, all of them, multiple times. I've been in every office on the planet, Sony, Universal, Jive, Motown. I'm NAACP nominated artist. Now I have the accolades to go along with the talent.
Right.
So there's no more excuse.
Yeah.
They're still trying to create them.
Yeah, I was about to say, do you think that they're still, that's not going to go away?
When I hear you say what you said, it vindicates those that should have known better and tried their best to downplay it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I knew that it was just a trick. And I think that's what made me more angry than anything. Because it's like, I could see the goosebumps on your arms while we're talking. Not you, but I'm talking about the prior meetings I had.
Right.
And they were always like, well, I don't know your voice. Always an excuse.
Now, do you know why that was?
I think at that time, they wanted R&B dead. Like they were saying, they didn't want R&B alive, and I'm true R&B. I'm true soul music. I'm true soul music by way of R&B.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's why it's feeling.
Yeah.
Feeling first, rhythm next. The rhythm and blues.
Yeah.
You know just that vibe. But it's always been feeling first for me. Like you said, I'm not only singing for me. I'm singing for everybody that didn't make it.
Yeah.
I'm singing for people that's not even here anymore. That's up in heaven now, still looking down on me, saying, "Oh, you got this."
Yes.
This it's never just been about me. And maybe that's what my peers and the people that are even on a higher tier see in me. That this ain't about me trying to be no star.
Yeah. Because I think that's a lot of what you see. You know, I don't know people's backstories, right? I'm not in their homes. I haven't spoken to them, but just the mentality. It's a very selfish mentality out there, and so because you don't display that, you outcast.
And it's crazy because I'm called arrogant, self-centered. You think you this? Nah, you are a little. No. They call Muhammad Ali arrogant. What he call himself? The greatest.
The greatest.
Before he knocked Sonny Liston out, anybody.
Yeah.
I'm the prettiest. I'm the greatest. What if he didn't believe on that level?
Yes.
So how could you tell somebody to not believe in themselves on the highest level?
Yes.
And try to skew it as arrogance.
Yeah.
It's because the other person is insecure, or they do not want you to understand what it takes to get to the level of levels. And that's believing in yourself.
Right. Loving yourself.
Yo, I mean, God rest his soul, my father, his middle name was Lovin.
Oh, wow.
Johnny Lovin Wilson, right?
Johnny Lovin Wilson.
We called him Lovin.
Okay.
And that was his main saying to me since I was like 3. I don't care who like me, because I love me.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
So when his parents gave him the name, they knew what they were doing. And they
I guess they saw into the future.
Yeah.
You know? So I guess that's what it is. Like, I've realized that most people that don't like me, they don't like theyself. It ain't got nothing to do with me. What they see in me, they want to see in themselves.
Yeah.
And they can.
Yeah.
You could be free too.
Yes.
If you want to.
Yes.
Or you can go through your life caring what people think and never achieving what God has in store for you.
Yeah.
Because you're worried about what someone thinks that ain't even supporting you.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
So live.
And be free. Right?
or don't and be locked up while you're free.
Watching you climb to the top.
Oh man, best believe it. All you gonna see is the bottom of my soul. I throw a peace sign no down to you too, you know what I mean?
I always say,
you can make it up here, come on up.
I always tell people, you going to see butt and elbows,
That's it.
Look, just watch me. Watch me.
Tight.
Yeah.
It's going to be tight too. Walking lunges.
Yeah, awesome. So if you don't mind, I wanted to talk a little bit too about, I know I seen a post about your mother. Battling stage 4 cancer. How's she doing now?
Yeah, she has a tumor in her small intestines, and she has congenital heart disease. You know what I mean? So it's at a point now where the doctors are saying like that there's nothing more they could do. You know, it's that stage for her. But she's the warrior's warrior. Like first of all, it was my mom that put me in church. It was my mother that didn't give me Ritalin, which, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And she's been my rider this whole time, through good, through bad, through ugly.
Yes.
I'm in the paper for something great. I'm in the paper for something bad. She right there holding me down. So, and even like we've been going through this for about a year and a half, 2 years. You know, I moved back to Connecticut to be with her. I'm with her every day now.
That's great.
You know, just by her side, man, because she was by mine, continues to be by mine.
Yes.
And sometimes it's about the energy.
Yes.
This one says that one says whatever. But just the energy of her seeing that we're still fighting no matter what they say, because God got the last say so.
Yeah.
That's what's been keeping her, man.
Yeah.
You know, so everybody out there, please throw up a prayer for my mother. Her name is Kathy Wilson. Please pray for her. You know, and it's not to be saddened or sad. It's just to let you know that with all the adversity that she has, she's still fighting.
Yes.
Still doing it, still getting up, still making the doctors, the nurses baffled.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So my prayer is every day to make my mother the miracle she has made me. To continue to do that. Because she's living, breathing miracle. So that lets me know that she can fight. I'm unstoppable.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'll definitely be keeping her in prayer, keeping your entire family in prayer. Now, do you have siblings?
Oh, yeah, I have a younger brother. I call my younger big bro. Because my younger brother, he like went to college. He was like the collegiate professional. And I was the maverick. You know
Most families had that.
So
okay?
thank God for his briefcase state of mind.
Yeah. Okay.
So it allowed me to do mine. You know
yes.
What I mean?
You know, we're individuals.
Yeah, man.
You know, his path was his.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we understand. But my brother's the one that does like my website, all the flyers you see that come out.
Wow.
That's like he started doing. He went to school for graphic design back in the day, and he did that because he wanted to do flyers for me and different things. Now he's like a web architect and making big money doing this thing. You know what I mean? So I'm very, very, very proud of him. Yeah. And like I said, we tag team my mom.
Okay, good.
Like he's there with her now. You know,
okay,
holding her down and then whatever. Because he got 4 kids and he has 3 babies. So
wow,
he got his mind right now. So I try to be there for him as much as I can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We'll be praying for him too.
Man,
are they girls?
2 girls, 2 boys.
Oh, okay.
2 and 2.
2 and 2. Okay.
2 and 2. So he all right.
Yeah. You know, because I was gonna joke about it. Sometimes they say that when it's all girls, you know, pray for this man because he got all girls.
Whew.
But no, come on now. Let's talk about you too.
I got 3 sons and 1 daughter. So my daughter's the eldest. Man, I used to have braids.
You
running
used
down my back. Bone Thugs and Harmony braids. When she started turning 13, 14.
Took all your hair out. Huh?
Like, it went from the braids, you know what I mean? Receding a little bit. Then I got me like a regular Caesar. And then when the barber started cutting my hairline back here, I said, yo, bro, just take it. Just take it, man.
And so you trying to tell me that it was because of your daughter.
Man, women will put you through some things, bro.
No, come on.
I love her. You know what I'm saying?
Come on now. You just called yourself a maverick, so you know you was doing some stuff too.
I mean,
y'all men ain't that easy either,
I did everything. I ain't do some stuff. I did it all.
See, so then I ain't gonna just sit here and let you just be like,
God, like you got what you gave.
Facts. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But I had to deal with you. You know what I'm saying? You deal with this. Bless you.
Take that.
So hey man. It's once again, I named her the Warrior Princess when she was a baby, and that's what started my journey. I'm like, yo, man, she's not gonna go through what I go through. Those financial stress and going through this. Nah, man.
Yeah.
So once again, two things. One, when I first started it was for my family. Second, the 3 individuals that was in the rap group happened to be my first cousins.
Oh, okay.
And they gave up their career for me. So I got fighting for my child, and cousin them gave up their life for me. How I'm gonna stop? How I'm gonna give up? How I'm gonna do anything other than be where I'm at with you right now?
Yeah. You're not. You can't. And for yourself.
Oh, never.
Do it for yourself. You're doing it for your mama. You're doing it for God. I mean, like, you were given this gift. See that thing out all the way through.
I'll be doing a dishonor to God, man. And like I said, at the end of the day, there definitely is somebody out there for both of us that's going to listen to what we're doing, what we're saying, how we're singing, how you're propelling it, how you're just projecting it, and it'll enhance their life, man.
Yes. Yes.
And that's what it's about at the end of the day with me. It's about putting that great energy out there, showing everybody that they can be great. I don't care who you are, man.
Yes.
You can do it. You just got to do it.
Yeah. Wow. You know, we always Vic and I, we always look at the time, and can you believe we are hour in?
Stop playing.
I'm not playing with you.
I'm brand new.
Yeah.
Look, I'm just getting started.
So
Is this mic on?
Yeah. So that just means you get to come back.
You best believe it.
That just means you get to come back.
That just means I might be giving me a little condo down there. Hey, big homie.
Come on, baby.
Colorado condo.
Yes.
They both start with C's.
Yes. Hey. So with that being said, you know, we're running up on short on our time. So as we close and wrap this up, why don't you leave something, give some nuggets on the table? Not that you haven't already dropped much. Rich nuggets. Appreciate you, and I appreciate everything that you have said. I appreciate who you are. I look forward to seeing you continue to grow, to continue to take this war, the storm, just take it by the horns and just ride that baby.
That's right. They said when you're caught in the eye of the storm, you got to learn how to dance in the rain. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And shout out to this young lady. You know what I mean? Flew a brother down for this so I could give my story to the world. It's an honor, a blessing, and a pleasure. I want to thank you. This was a highlight of my year, and it just getting started.
Yes.
And whatever I could do to reciprocate, please let me know. Yes. Whatever shows I got, you VIP, you good. You already know.
Yeah, I'm in there.
Everybody out there, make sure you get on the Inside Job podcast, or I mean, what are you doing with your life?
And before we wrap out, this is one thing I was going to ask you about that I noticed when I was on your page. You, like myself, we like these lions.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Well, I was going to mention that. Hey, yo, son, she picked me up from the airport. She had the billboard. I felt like I was in Times Square. I said, wait a minute. I'm a star and in Colorado. Yo, man, the love, man. I'm in love with the love.
Yeah, I don't do nothing little.
Nah.
I don't do. And my show of appreciation, not only just for your voice, just for who you are, your story, your journey. I appreciate it. And so I want to show you that. It wasn't going to be, all right, get off the plane. Pick me up. I'm in a little gray Equinox. I'll have my flashers on.
Right.
No, I wanted to welcome you in with warm, open arms.
Thank you.
To let you know that I see you. Right? I see you. A lot of people see you. Like I said, they choose to be quiet. They see you too. I'm just voicing it.
Well, that's because, like I said, it takes a king to recognize a king. It takes a queen to you are already bathed in your own royalty. So it's okay to see somebody else's and just say, you know what, yo, you're doing all right.
Yes, you're doing good.
Everybody don't gotta throw flowers and ticker tape just to be like, yo, man, I see you, man.
Yes, that's it. That's it.
And if it's that hard to do that, then
yeah.
So okay, what I will leave.
Wait, hold up. Tell me the lions, though, because I want to know why you...
The lion's the king of the jungle. The lion is the most ferocious even when he is at rest. He's not the biggest animal. He's not the strongest animal.
Come on, Omar.
But when a lion stands up, every other animal in the jungle has to bow. And when he speaks... you know better than to mess with him.
Yes.
So apex predator. There is no hunting a lion other than a lion. Mm-hmm. So that's why I identify with that. Right. I love them. I love how they're calm, but they are the most powerful animal. Just looking at them, that's all you see.
Yes.
And it's a beautiful power.
So when you say royalty, and nobleness.
Noble. Well, that's one of my sons' names.
Yeah.
My 3 sons, one's named Noble, the second one's named Messiah, and the third one is named King.
Oh, so you got them all. You got all the names
royalty.
that yes.
You have no choice. And
Yeah.
I wanted them to know.
Yeah.
Like, this who you are from gate. My daughter's name is Asia. Asia was the first name given to
You
the world.
hush. My daughter's name is Asia.
That's why I named her Asia. Asia Minor.
Asia.
Yeah.
I got an Asia.
See that smile?
I
Told you your name was.
Yeah, my middle child is Asia.
Even though she uses her middle name all the time. Like, man, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, Asia. Asia was the first name given to the world. They called the world Asia Minor. It was Asia Minor, biggest. That's why she was my world, my first child.
Oh, you so got to come back. You ain't even touched like the deep depth of Omar, and I want that.
Please, the world needs it.
Yeah.
Because like I said, some people think that oh man, I don't know if I tell them. They might.
Oh.
Yo, tell them.
Yes. Come on.
Tell them, man.
Yeah.
That's why we're all individuals. So you can tell your perception and perspective.
Yeah.
And inspire other people to want to do the same thing.
Right. All right.
So thank you, man. Thank you, my lady. I
Leave
appreciate
something
you.
on the table as we wrap this up.
Hey, man, all I got to say is, until you believe in yourself, nobody else will. And when you do, the whole world will.
Ooh.
It's just simple. Believe that you can be great, and you will be. And whoever you encounter that does not see your greatness, don't even try to explain it to him. Show them. Actions speak louder than words. And make sure you buy my albums.
That part.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much. I love you. I
love you back.
Love what you do. We're gonna be friends.
Oh,
we're gonna keep this relationship.
And that's my job, to show everybody what happens when you dare to believe in me. I will cherish it forever, and I'll reciprocate in front of the world.
All right. Well, thank you for tuning in to the Inside Job podcast, Healed Inside Out, and we'll see you next time.